In a matter of hours, US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin will meet face-to-face in Anchorage, Alaska, their first talks since 2018 and their first in Trump's second term. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Ukraine war is still raging. Tensions between Washington and Moscow remain at boiling point, and Kyiv's leadership is making urgent appeals ahead of the summit. Now, as Zelensky is left out of the talks, we decode his moves and stand just before the final hours of the Alaska meeting. Friday morning in Kyiv began with renewed air raid sirens. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the nation, accusing Russia of launching fresh missile and drone attacks across several regions, including Kharkiv and Dnipro. Zelensky warned that the Kremlin's actions show Russia has no intention of pausing aggression, even as its leader prepares for talks with the United States. By midday, Zelensky ramped up his rhetoric. In a televised briefing, he urged Western allies, particularly the US, to keep Ukraine's defense a top priority during Trump's meeting with Putin. He stated, "Every hour matters. Every diplomatic word must be backed by real defense support."
Russian intention was to demonstrate force ahead of Alaska meeting, but for occupier it ends with destruction of its forces.
Then he held a meeting with the government team, the office, and the Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council to discuss diplomatic work for the highest priority areas. He posted on X, "In particular, we addressed the funding of Ukraine's defense forces, auditing the effectiveness of coalitions with partners, special formats, the substance of our bilateral relations in key global areas, and our work at the EU level. I instructed that the foreign policy plan be updated for the period through the end of the year. On Monday, I expect the updated plan to be presented." Next, Zelensky thanked Poland for its support in war against Russia. He said, "With a neighbor like Russia, only the cooperation of free nations can effectively protect each of them. We value Poland's support for Ukraine. Ukraine's independence strengthens Poland's independence. And we must always remember that the miracle on the Vistula was made possible through joint efforts, and it saved Europe." Meanwhile, he also congratulated Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the country's 79th Independence Day. He wrote on X, "We hope that India will contribute to efforts aimed at ending the war, so that our freedom and sovereignty are truly secure." This all indicates, while Zelensky may not be a part of the talks, he is still spinning the wheel of Ukraine's freedom for support and diplomacy. Now, as the tense calm sets in Anchorage, both delegations are settling in. The leaders will first hold a one-on-one session at Elmendorf-Richardson Air Force Base, followed by extended format talks with 5 senior officials on each side. The Russian team includes Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, Defense Minister Andrei Belousov, Finance Minister Anton Silvanov, Presidential Aide Yuri Ushakov, and Special Envoy Kirill Dmitriev. According to Ushakov, the meeting will cover the Ukraine conflict, bilateral US-Russia relations, and broader security issues. A joint press conference is expected immediately after. For Zelensky, the timing is critical. His latest statements are clearly aimed at shaping the agenda before Trump and Putin even sit down at the table. As the countdown to the Alaska summit reaches its final hours, Ukraine remains under attack, Zelensky making urgent public appeals. Whether those calls influence the closed-door talks between Trump and Putin remains to be seen.